it seem like because we were so concerned about making sure we're getting work service as a temporary thing or a permanent thing, but we're creating a community. We're creating these models for a family community where you have family, you have friends, you have people around that got your back, and you have resources. And that's this place I've lived here since Friday, and they provided all my food for me, they provided all my water for me, they provided shelter for me, and I have plenty of people here to give me information. So the main thing that we're focusing on this week is certainly knowing the people that are around you, get involved with the work group, and police your area, and really make sure that you know exactly what's going on here, because people are getting stuff stolen, people are feeling alienated by the group. So that's more or less our mission this week is let's try to make it more sustainable socially, and then we'll focus on the environmental issues piece at a time, but get to know your family, because we're all in this together. Yes, sir.
When does the sanitation and the ecological working, is there ever a meeting time for that group?
Usually we meet after the GA meeting, but the coordination group is going to start putting out a schedule that doesn't coincide with one another, so that way everybody, if they want to, they can go to every working group meeting, and that's what democracy looks like.
Okay, well, there's a whiteboard up there with those times.
All right, thank you. Spear fingers, yay!
And our next speaker is Jonah. What group are you representing? This is Jonah, Facilitation Group.
Hi everybody, I'm with the Facilitation Group. We haven't actually been meeting at our regular 3 o'clock time because apparently that's been conflicting with unexpected events in people's lives. So we've definitely come together and consensed that a 9:30 a.m. meeting and training for anyone who wants to know about facilitation, how to facilitate, sort of what it means, how it works. And facilitation, for anybody who doesn't know, is figuring out how to get a whole bunch of people to talk in a open and supportive and nurturing environment where everyone's voice is encouraged to be heard. And along those lines, I wanted to sort of do a quick shout out to a philosophy of step up and stand back. This is something that we're really kind of trying to get people really excited about. And the idea is that if you have your voice heard often, if you speak in conversation a lot, step back and wait for someone else to say what you were going to say. And if you don't speak a lot, and you notice that you're kind of the quiet person, or you don't feel like you should be the person saying stuff, step up, say something, get your voice heard. That's what we're kind of all about, is everybody here working together to get our voices heard and to make sure every concern is met and everyone is welcome and every opinion matters. And just a quick note on voting, because it was mentioned earlier, voting is what happens when consensus fails. The idea of consensus is we all get together and we all discuss things and we all agree.
And this is Sam, our excellent and absolutely energetic and indefatigable medic, and he'll be representing the medical group. Before he says, I just want to make one shout out. Also, National Nurses United came out and had their monthly meeting here today. They are going to start supporting us. They have been setting up first aid tents at Occupy all over the United States, and now they're out with us. Right on.
Hey guys, I'm actually reporting for a couple groups here. First off, medics, guys, we have nothing major to report. As we keep saying, we are very happy to be the least busy working group here. Let's try to keep it that way. Please stay hydrated. We have suntan lotion. Sorry? Yes, pee clear, pee clear. If you don't have to pee, drink more water. The one thing, we still have an open call. We definitely need more blankets. We could really use some more tents that we could give out to the people who don't have tents. So if anybody has an extra tent, if anybody has an extra $20, it feels like stopping by Walmart and picking up a tent, or a thrift store or something like that. Miller's has some very expensive tents if you want to blow a bunch of money. But yeah, so we need more just sort of comfort life things like that, pillows, So please, if you have anything to donate, please bring it by. Okay, now I'm going to pass the mic on to Sam with Peacekeepers. Hey guys, thanks. I'm Sam with Peacekeepers. We also don't have anything major to report. As it's been mentioned before, it's actually on the agenda. There were a series of thefts last night, which is why everybody is moving over here. We've already kind of talked about the circling the wagons and stuff like that, so I'm not going to cover that. However, I am going to make a major announcement to everybody in the park. So everybody who is talking over there, please listen for a moment. Everybody, please listen for one moment.
Hey, everybody, please listen for a moment.
Thank you. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, bring $1 to me, guys. I'm poor. All right. There was a major meeting, or not a major meeting, but there was a pretty big meeting over here earlier. You guys may have seen all the police and everything like that. The police are not happy with the way we are doing the citations. They only got 12 last night, and there's no cops here, so we're just kind of frankly, guys, if you're in the park from 10:30 to 11, please expect to get a citation. Please don't be like, oh, let the cops come to me or anything like that. Please just come up and get a citation. If you do not want to get a citation, you have got to vacate the park between 10:30 and 11. Go stand on the sidewalk. Go hang out in front of Shot in the Dark. Do an impromptu march. Grab some signs and just do a quick half-hour march. Do something, but do not be in the park during that time, guys. This is only going to go on for the next week or so with any luck. But for the next week or so, we need to work with the police because, frankly, they have been working with us very much. And point of information. Okay, yeah. Technically, if you do not want to get a citation, you should leave the park between 10:30 and 8:30. But they could come back at any time. Okay, cool. That's all I got. Thank you.
Let's see, and our next speaker is Working Group. Anybody else from Working Groups? Come on up. I believe this is Peacekeeping? Oh, I'm sorry, and your name is? This is Robbie from PR.
Hey guys, PR is primarily trying to get the word out to the people about what our cause is and also outreach to the different groups that will be supporting us. In the past few days, it's actually turned into a very, very vague group. We are dealing with the media. We are trying to get in contact with the unions, the teacher unions. We are working on getting outreach to the college campuses. We are also creating simple media talking templates for people to be up to date with what to do and how to speak to the media in case you get confronted. A lot of times interviewers know how to ask questions and get you off topic. Our goal here is to make sure everyone's on the same page, we have our direct message, and to attract more people to us. But to go over some of the specifics here, we are trying to plan a march. We're trying to plan a march here for tomorrow to go to the U of A. We're going to be going up 4th Avenue, head over to the football game tomorrow, and handing out some flyers, which we'll be printing out tomorrow morning. And along with that, I did just get information that the template has, that the flyer is finished, finalized. We just need to print it. We're going to have double-sided flyers, one side English, the other side Spanish. Also, we're going to have another one that's smaller, so when we print out 1,000 of them, we can hopefully cut that into 2 or possibly 3. And we're going to have a lot of those, which we can just kind of spread around the town. And they are very direct, too, so people will know exactly what it is. It's up to us to really make sure that the public knows why we're here. Furthermore, we're talking about possibly trying to have Union Sundays. We started today a anti-war march for Wednesdays. There's actually some other groups that do a weekly anti-war protest. They hold up signs in front of a church, I believe, on Speedway and Euclid. So we're trying to get in correlation with that, start doing our anti-war Wednesday marches here. and along with that, just the unions on Sunday, possibly like a potluck, something for them, so they can come out here. Somebody earlier had mentioned that the teacher union for Tucson is also now endorsing Occupy Tucson, and they said they might be able to provide some soldiers for us, so that's great. All stuff that's concerned with PR. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the march around 3:30, I believe is the agreed time, so please spread the word. We'd like to have a lot of people to go out there and go, educate some college kids. One thing that we really need to put into motion is the approval process of PR getting out flyers. Currently we have a voting restriction. I don't really want to call it that, but that's how it turned out to be yesterday when we went to City Hall. We need to approve all the things that we provide to the public, and through the process that we're doing now, it's a lengthy process, and the reason being is we don't want people just kind of printing up their own flyers and handing them out in mass. We don't want the bad message or a distorted message going out. By all means, we do want to see people making flyers. We only ask that we have the resources for making these, mass printed out. And so, before you go out there and spend some money, run it through us. We have the resources that can definitely help out. And furthermore, we can incorporate ideas, put stuff together. Just come to me, come to Jack over there, ask around. We have some clarifications.
Just have a question. Is there a possibility that we can generate a working list or submittal by letter of the things we want to be included in the PR message if we can't be here with you guys at any time?
Well, I'm usually here most of the day, so you can definitely talk to me about that. But we are in the midst of trying to get a whiteboard that we can have a much more direct working group thing, so you'll be able to see the times in which